Hey troops, welcome back to the Litanah army. I'm Lit and this is Fortnite Save the World PvE. And what I want to look at today is ways that we can increase your power level. I want to look at survivor squads and also ways you can level up your character to absolutely max them out and make sure you're getting the full potential out of each one. So stay tuned because we've got quite a lot to cover today and let's see what we can learn. Okay then, so if you start up in the top left there, you'll see you've got health and you've got shield. Now, these are actually all influenced by the stats below it, you can see. These are called your fort stats, F-O-R-T, and they stand for fortitude, offense, resistance, and tech. Now, what they do is the fortitude part of that increases your health and your health regeneration. The offense increases your weapon damage. Resistance affects your shield and shield regeneration. And the tech part of it increases your trap damage, ability damage, gadget damage, and your healing as well. And these all give you 1% increase per point. So if you look at fortitude there, 884, that means I've got 884% increase on my actual health. Now, these will greatly affect your hero performance and increase your power level as well. So let's look at how we can actually improve these fort stats and how we can make them better. So one of the first ways that you can actually do that, if you go along the top and you've got skills across here, and we'll just go into skill tree 2, and if you look at these, this is a way to increase your skills. So one of them is other player skill tree. So if you look over here, you've got party offense. So this increases the offense of all party members, including yourself. So offense increases ranged and melee weapon damage. So this is one that other players can actually affect you, and when you actually log in there, they will actually increase your overall fortitude level if they've got stats like this one unlocked. Now this one over here, offense, it doesn't say party offense up there, it's just offense. This is your own skill tree. So you unlock this, it's exactly the same as the party perk if you like, but this one is actually just a solo boost for you. So this one, if you look on there, it gives you offense +5, so only you get the +5. On this one it gives +5, but it gives +5 to the whole party. If you can imagine, when you've got 4 people in a party and you've got this kind of buff on, it can be quite powerful, so I'd really prioritize them if you could. Now another thing to look at is your squads and your survivor squads, and these are one thing that are massively overlooked. So let's just go into a little bit more detail on these. Now if you look at the hero I've got on there, I've got Raven actually installed there. He's actually slotted and ready to go in there, and if you look on there, he's got 884 fortitude. But if you go into survivor squads and look in here, it's got plus 669 purely coming from my survivor squad. So you take 669 away from that 884, you can see just how much of an impact these survivor squads have. So it's something a lot of people overlook and something that really needs to, you really need to turn your attention to. Okay, so going back to what we said earlier then about fort skills. So fortitude and resistance will boost your health and your shield amounts and the regen. So how much health you've got, how much shield you've got, and how quickly they regenerate over time. Offense covers your weapon damage. Tech focuses mainly on trap, ability, and like your gadget damage. Each squad here will give you a slight boost to another area. Okay, so let's look a little bit more in these then. So if you look, each squad, if you like, so each fire team squad, whatever it is that you've got, each survivor squad has a stat at the top. So if you look here, it's got your fortitude and it's also got how much is actually shared as well, coming from your skill trees as well. So this is actually quite an important area to look at. So the EMT squad here give me plus 242 to my fortitude. Now they're not the only ones that affect fortitude. If you go across here, look, the training team also give me almost 300 extra points into fortitude as well. And what you want to be looking at with these is making sure that you've got a leader match. Can you see on here it says leader match and it's got a little tick above it as well. So if you look, I've got an epic installed in here. So if you look into there and I click on this guy, you can see there he's got a little icon that's got like a doctor's symbol, like a medical symbol on it. And if you look up here, that's what it's got up at the top. So I need to match this guy with that symbol to get this leader match as well. So that's massively important. That'll also give you a boost. And a lot of people say that that doesn't matter, so they'd say that the matching up this medical symbol with this medical symbol doesn't matter. But it absolutely does matter, because if the lead survivor's job attribute matches the job of the squad, then the power level of the lead survivor is doubled. So it's a massive boost that you get just by matching those up. So if you go across here, I've got all these leader match on here, because that's massively important. Leader match in a squad is huge, and you can't really overlook that. So every squad has a lead survivor and several other squad members with it. So after you've made sure you've got this leader match after that, then what you want to be looking at next is the rarity of the hero himself or herself, and also then you want to look at the personality after that. So if you look on here, this one's a good example. If you look, so if I look to change him out, I need to get with these and sort these out soon. I've not got anybody else that actually matches up this medical symbol just yet. I've got this one down here, but you know, I've not got any legendaries, if you like, that will actually match up with this medical symbol. Now you can hit sort down here and put lead slot match, and it'll actually put them in order, you know, of the actual match that you've got on there. So if you look, my 2 medical ones there now have come up to the top, and you can see, you know, I've got the highest ranked one on there. Now if I had a mythic or a legendary that I could slot in there instead of him, then I would definitely do that, because rarity is the next one that we look at. After that, we look at personality. So if you look at these little symbols here just off to the left, they're actually the personality types. And then what you want to do with your other squad members is match up that personality type there with these guys in here as well. So that's like that's like one way that you can boost up there, and that'll increase the overall fortitude of this entire squad. Now, A1 Get This Money, I was watching one of his videos regarding Survivor Squads, and he said to try and keep your lead survivor leveled up about 10 levels in front of your squad members. I've not got to that stage just yet, because I've just reached Canny Valley at the moment. But it's because the boost that you get from your leaders are much, much higher. Now, only lead survivors come in mythic rarity, like this one that you can see here. So look out for those, because they're really hard to get hold of. Once you have these, just drop them into the relevant squad, and you can kind of shape the squad around them. Just obviously make sure that they're a leader match for what you've got, you know. So make sure that if you look up here, I've got the tech one up here, so the tech core's got this little cog symbol up here, so I've got the little cog symbol there, so you need to make sure that they match. But other than that, and once you've done that, build a squad around them, because you'll find you have a much, much stronger squad after that. So once you've got all the squads unlocked and you've got everything opened up via the skill trees and research teams, because they're not all opened up when you first start, so don't worry if these are grayed out. You will open these up via the skill trees and things like that. So if I've got some locks on there as well, so I've not opened every single person up yet, but they'll unlock via the research and via the skill trees as we go along. So once all teams are unlocked via the skill tree and the research trees, what you'll have is Fortitude, which is your EMT squad and your training team. You'll have Offense, which is your Fire Team Alpha and Close Assault. You'll have Resistance, which is the Scouting Party and Gadgeteers. And then your Tech is done by your Corps of Engineers and the Think Tank. And when you get into Stonewood, try and get them all up to about level 10 if you can. That'll give you a good platform going into Canny Valley. Plankerton, 15 to 20 is okay. 15 will be absolutely fine, but aim for 20 if you can. And go for 20 based on whatever play style you go for. I'll explain that in a second. And when you're actually when you're actually in Canny Valley after that, then you want to be getting them all to around the 20 mark, which is what I'm aiming to do now. So my focus, if you like, for Survivor Squads is to get all these members, or as many as what I can, up to 20. So what I said about looking at playstyle, what I actually mean is a good squad's to focus on. If you play a lot of constructors, you might want to go for the Corps of Engineering for the ability and gadget damage that they get. If you're going for soldiers, you might want Fire Team Alpha. That's for the obvious weapon damage and range bonuses that they give. Ninjas, obviously the Close Assault squad, because they give offense for the added weapon damage and melee bonuses. Scouting Party and Gadgeteers both do resistance, which might also be good for ninjas, because you'll need a strong shield if you're going to be in the thick of it with the melee combat. So Outlanders, you might want to look at the Corps of Engineering, which gives you tech, because that boosts your ability on things like the Teddy, and of course, as some of my Discord call it, the Zappy Disco Ball thing. Now, I think all classes should look at boosting the EMT squad and the Scouting Party for the shield, and the health regen that you get from that. Lots of players overlook these two, but you need to keep those up. Like I said, I know you're going to be playing a soldier, so you want your Fire Team Alpha to be up there, but if you've not got the EMT squad and the Scouting Party, you're going to have a low shield and low health regen, which means that you're actually going to have a hard time in game. Even though you're doing huge damage, you're going to be kind of like a glass cannon if you've not, if you've overlooked those two. Now, these aren't set in stone. The information I'm giving you here is not set in stone, but they will help boost your play style. I might even see you enjoying one particular class a little bit more than you did before, or you might think, oh, ninjas are actually better than what I first thought, because now I can survive a little bit longer, which means I enjoy the melee a little bit more. So that's pretty much everything to do with Survivor Squads, guys. That's everything that you need to know. And if we go back to the actual power level then on the hero, hopefully now you understand. So the fortitude here is influenced by your skill trees, your research trees, and also massively by your Survivor Squad. So as I showed you on there, the fortitude on there is 884, and if you look into the Survivor Squads tab here, 669 of that is made up, from Survivor Squad. So that just gives you an idea of just how powerful that can be. Okay guys, so a massive thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, please, add it down below. I know sometimes with my accent and where I'm from and everything, we can talk a little bit quick, but hopefully that'll answer everything that you've got. If you want to ask more questions directly and you want to come into the community, there is a link to the Discord down below. We'd love to see you in there. We talk about this kind of stuff pretty much every day, so you're more than welcome to join in there. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit a like on your way out, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching this, guys.